What up, everybody? At another beaver lodge here. I actually trapped this beaver lodge last year and maybe the year before. This camera clear. You guys might recognize this spot right here. Way around all these trees. And last fall, I had a 330 right about there. The water was up way higher, at least 2 feet. And I took, man, I don't know how many, I took 3 or 4 beaver out of there. I took like a 60 pounder across over there. There was a trail coming out of the water and a smaller one. And I showed back up this year now, just for the heck of it. And let's see, where am I at? And the beaver lodge is like twice the size as it was last year. Sorry, guys. I don't think I actually set the lodge last year, but the beavers are not cutting on my cousin's property right now. But it's only a matter of time before they start doing it again. There is another beaver house about 300 yards across the point there, and there is one down the lake further. So whether I caught them all and more moved in could possibly happen, you know, definitely. But beaver lodge is pretty good sized. Ugh. There it is. They've been up working it pretty hard. Ugh. You see there's some old growth on it, but look at this. I mean, it's all mudded up here. Big time. Monster feed pile out there. And then there's a run right there with a couple sticks, and a run right here with a couple sticks. Just kind of a hard mud bottom where these traps are going. Once again, I'm bringing a couple H stands. I could do sticks, but I'm giving the old H stands another college try, if you will. There we go. So the couple sticks just pretty much guarding or blocking off the sides of the run there. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't fall. There we go. Hopefully this does not fall into the lake. But there we go. Got a couple Victor 330s here. Now this run, it's kind of mucky feeling right here, but it's actually only about up to here. Pretty solid bottom. There's just a couple sticks that come out at a V here. Pretty solid bottom. You know, there's some sticks and stuff down there. It's not like it's nice hard clay I can drive it in here, but I'm pretty sure I can get the trap in here enough to where it'll be stable enough where beaver comes out. I'll hopefully get them. Previous years when I wanted to come out and trap this lodge, these runs were underneath bog and just super deep, and so that's the one positive thing that happens when we get some low water. Beaver trapping gets a lot easier, but the negative thing is when the water goes back up, these beaver runs are going to be 4, 5, 6 feet deep, and it's going to be really hard to trap them through the ice or open water like this in the runs themselves. So just got my 330 set here. Oh yeah, 330 set here. Got my H stand. Just trying to slide it right on here, nice and slick like. You guys probably aren't seeing me the best, but that's, you know, it's all right. Piece of wire there. Whoops. I'm actually going to anchor these traps down to a stick. I just have a piece of wire here. I'll show you, around the top of this H stand, so it can't just fly open on me and a beaver get off the H stand, which, I mean, the chances of it happening are slim to none. But there's my H stand set up. Ran a wire through here, you guys. See this? Now I'm literally just going to put this right between these sticks, straight down on the bottom, just like that. All right, that is in. And it feels, I mean, it feels relatively stable. You know, maybe I'll move it just a little bit, but there we go. Feels relatively stable. I mean, I could put a stick through the springs on both sides maybe to make it more stable. So if a beaver comes out and bumps it, it's not gonna, you know, knock the trap over. I'm gonna shove this stick right into the beaver lodge right here. That way the beaver's not gonna take this trap anywhere. There we go, sticks right there. H stand is in. I'm just looking at it here. Man, I don't... Oh, whoa, that's a little too far in the mud. That's right about perfect. Maybe I should try to do something here, you guys. It's right in there. I don't like how, you know, it's kind of wobbly. It's in the mud, but it's a little wobbly. Don't like it. Let's see here. A couple of decent looking sticks, you guys. I don't know if I've ever tried it like this before, but we're gonna give it a shot. Trap is in there. Yeah, it's in there. So what I'm gonna do. I can see the eye hole right here. Going through that into the bottom side. Okay. And then eye hole on this side is right here. Go through this side too. It's going to be a pain in the butt to probably get a beaver out of, but especially now. I got it through the eye hole. I'm just can't find the right foot leverage to get it in the bottom here. And there goes my glove in the water. I think it's not that cold out. There we go. There we go. All right. God, I don't, you guys, I don't think, you guys ever made a set and you're just like, gosh, I don't like that. The trap looks like it's kind of sitting kind of kittywampus, and I'm pulling this. Oh, there's my wire. I'll pull this trap up here. Do not like it. You guys don't see this part of the trapping escapade where, you know, if I just don't like something, I'm gonna pull it out of the bottom and redo it. Can't even find my other stick now. Huh. Well, here's the bottom right here, just like I wanted it. Yep. Here's the trap. Right there. Okay. Feel it's right. I mean, it's right in the money-making area here. It's just, I just don't like how it's really swingy back and forth here. I can even get a stick in here to, you know, to make that even a little more sturdy. That'd make me even happy, like this. Hey, you guys, look at that. Shoved it in the bottom over there. That sturdied it up pretty good. Ah! Oh. Well, it's one trap in. Now we got one more over here. Oh, even it looks like it almost looks like they just started covering this lodge up not too long ago, because there's a lot of dead stuff in this lodge. Like I said, that feed pile's pretty good sized. And in here we got one more trap. Try to move these rushes so you guys can get a little looky-loo here, what's going on again. But once again, there's there we go, right there. A couple sticks blocking that runoff. Just looking at this lodge again, you know, I mean, it's big, but there is a chance that I'm kind of being deceived and it's only a couple of good-sized beaver. But I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, you guys, so beaver run right here in between these sticks. I have a H stand here. I got to be careful while setting this, obviously. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go, there we go. Going in the right direction here with this. Slide that down onto the H stand, like so. Got it like this. There we go. Okay. H stand is set. Piece of wire here. This is a homemade H stand. I bought it I don't know where the heck I bought it at. It's been so long. But there we go. H stand is right here. Run is in fact right here. And I'm going to put this bad boy right dead center out here. And this one here actually has a much harder bottom. So yeah, that one's good to go. And then just like the other one, I'm going to shove a stick in the mud here in this beaver lodge, and we're going to there we go. Stick is in the bog. Put this on there. Like I said, they're not really going to go too far with a 330 and a H stand on their head. But okay, you guys, 2 traps in this beaver lodge here. Getting a little beaver trapping done, you guys. So hopefully we'll get a beaver or 2 tomorrow out of here. I got mixed feelings about this place. I got a feeling it's going to be a family, you know, 3 or 4 small ones and a couple big ones. Guess we'll find out tomorrow, hopefully. Stay tuned. What up? Back at my cousin's house here. Cousin's lake cabin. And I talked to her last night and she said that she didn't notice any beaver activity at all this fall or this summer. And I don't see any at all along here. But like I said, I don't know if these beaver just moved in. So a couple of 330s and some H stands out here that we set up. And then this is definitely all fresh mud and a fresh feed pile. She said that the feed pile was there all last year, but I mean that's 90% of that's fresh. So I would say they probably just built onto the old feed pile that was there, because it's not like they can just take the old one down, you know. But we're hoping for a floater or 2 here today. There's a big beaver right there. 2 beaver. We got a double, baby. Double beavering. Nothing like a good double beavering get you through the day. Both a nice beaver. Look at that. Nice beaver right there. Nice big beaver right there. Two big beaver. Shablam. So I was trying to shoot two separate videos, or I am. The first one was a river beaver one, and I thought that'd be the easy one. We had no beaver there today. But now this one was the questionable one, and we got double. So you just never know. So let's hop in the water and get a little looky-loo at these beav, shall we? Oh yeah, baby. So I'd like to see. All right, sure you guys can see that. Okay, so hopefully, I mean, quite honestly, guys, this could just be a couple. I could have both these big beaver. Not gonna lie to you. That could be the case. 100%. 100%. I'm glad. You know, we actually I'm gonna show you guys reworking this trap, because I reworked this thing pretty hard. Didn't like some stuff about it, so I made some changes, and sometimes that's a good thing, you know. Ugh. This beaver did go nowhere. Just get this stick out of here. Oh, get that up there. There we go. There's a wire here on top of this H stand. Like I said, that's nice. It's a real nice beaver, you know. And I mean, think about it. Not too often you find a beaver that ain't too nice. There we go. Gonna just put my H stand right here. We are gonna reset these traps, you guys, just so you know. But let's see here. Got this beaver coming out of the beaver lodge, I can tell you that right now. But here we go. There's a nice little showing of it right by the head. Get off my stick. There we go. Thumbnail maybe. All right. So I'll show you guys. I could put this beaver up on the lodge. I'm going to show you that if you can grab, so like you guys can't see this, but underneath the water, this other spring, I have it pinched between my legs. And if you use that leverage, you can either push the spring down to set it, or you can pull it like I'm doing. See that? Pulling it, grab it, both hands. Oops. And get your safety down there. Mine should have been down there and ready, but pull it down there. Come on, there we go. Come on. Here we go. One side is done. Other side here. Like this. Kind of the same scenario, only I'm going to have this safety like ready for me up here. But I could either push on it or I can pull on it like I am right now. Squeeze your hands together. Come on. Come on, buddy. There we go. Look at that, you guys. Easy breezy lemon squeezy to get a beaver out of a 330. That's a borderline blanket. Yeah, borderline blanket. 2-year-old. Haven't caught a beaver yet this year, but like I said, it's borderline. All right. Well, shove this bad boy back in the bottom. Other side of the run is right here. We got that beaver right here on these logs. Shove this back in the bottom. It was kind of mucky, but there is definitely hard sand underneath this muck. Like I said, there's a big log right here, and I can't say that I like it too much, but it worked out last time, and hopefully it'll work out this time. A little reset action. when I'm utilizing H stands, you guys, I like my triggers to be on the top, because if the beaver swims out, you know, and if they put their feet out first, I don't want them touching this trigger, you know, as they swim out on H stands anyway, because they're you know, H stands, your trap is never right on the bottom unless you're in a bunch of soft mud or something. It's always up a little bit because that trap sits on a bar. In fact, I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here. In my little world anyway, my brain. So, all right, give me 1 second here, guys. Oh, oops, there we go. Okay, almost there, you guys. There we go, tucked in all nice and ready. Okay. So you got to mentally, I mean, people make mistakes. I've done this many times, but you got to keep that 330 away from your body. You don't want that thing snapping on your junk or booby or something like that, you know. All right. So when I say this, I say that it doesn't sit on the, see that? There's probably a 2.5 inch gap between the bottom. So if you put that on sand, guess what? The bar of that trap is 2.5 inches off the bottom. So when a beaver comes swimming out, come out, you know, on the bottom, they push off their feet. They might feel that with their face, and they're gonna put their feet up to climb over it. Well, what happens if this dog, you know, and trigger on the bottom, there is a good chance that they're gonna reach up and trip that trap before they even get their head in there. So unless you know you're in like some mud, I never put the trigger on the bottom anymore, unless if I'm doing a bank den or something. Then I sometimes will do that, trigger on the bottom, you know, especially in cold weather, so this doesn't freeze into the ice in a shallow bank den. But anyway, that's my thought process behind that, you guys. Makes sense to you? I like it. If it doesn't make sense to you, I still like it. We're all trappers here. So I'm gonna shove this, gosh, right back on the bottom here. There we go. Back on the bottom. I got this stick here that I used as like a stabilizer yesterday. And trying to remember how I did it yesterday. Oh, that's right, I shoved it through the bog over here, didn't I? Yeah. Shoved it in the rushes. Just enough to hold it in place. See if that works today. I don't know, you guys. Like I said, I need something. I need something here to hold it in place. Oh, there we go. Wedged her right between the sticks again. Or right between these two sticks right here. Sturdy enough for me. Okay, well, it's one beaver down. And that's, yeah, that is a 2-year-old. And I'm going to say the other one's probably a 2-year-old as well. But we'll set her up and knock them down one more time for you. And next time I come back to check these traps, there's no beaver, we're going to pull them. But I don't know, you guys, everything here looks a little too beavery for me. I feel like there's got to be more in here. All right. H stand here. This beaver barely moved the H stand at all. It just kind of tipped over. Oh, got my H stand wire here. Yeah. I'm going to put it right there. It's so hard, you guys. If you're using wire how many pieces of wire probably trappers have dropped in their life or set down and we're like, oh, where'd that go? Gone. I'll set it right there. This one's bigger. This is actually this is going to be a blanket, I'm thinking. I feel like this is going to be a blankie, you guys. Let go. Let go. H stand is going to go right there. There we go, you guys. Yeah, that's going to be a blanket there. It's a good beaver. Oh God, that's a big beaver. Yeah, nice big beaver, you guys. Look at that. Right by the noggin. We got that guy coming out of the beaver lodge as well. And you know, people usually ask me why I can tell that. Whatever side, so the trigger was on the top. Okay, so the trap is set like this. Trigger's on the top. Generally, like, oh, especially open water, I always have my cable on the side that I'm going to stake the trap. If I'm going to, you know what I mean? If I just take it to the top of the the H stand, you just never know. But I know that the cable is on the right hand side. I'm 99% sure. I mean, I make a mistake, but that's how you know the direction of the beaver. So this beaver got this beaver coming out, got him right by the head. Big beaver. So that tells me there's probably more beaver in here. I'll send these pictures. My cousin Sarah, she'll be like, holy beavers. There we go. Same leverage as last time, you guys. You see me just kind of pinch that trap between my waders. Yeah, that's a big beaver, you guys. Definitely a blankie. Yeah. 2-year-old or an extra large and a blanket on these traps. That makes up for the first failed attempt on the river, where I'm not sure yet. I might try to move some of that feed pile next time I'm out there to see if there's a second hole coming out under, you know, because I suspect that there might be. Anyway, all right. Just going to show the old reset on these traps here. I don't usually show a lot of resets, you know, especially once that we get rolling and I get, you know, a few beaver trap videos out, you guys. I don't show a bunch of resets because you guys get it. I know there's some new followers out there that probably wonder about resets. That's why I do some of them on my videos, because, you know, if you're seeing it and you're not learning it, that's not good, because I'm here to educate and entertain at the same time, you guys. Sure love trapping. And darn it, my safety wire just broke. It's only been on there for like 4 years. That's all right. We'll put our cable around. I like to make my cable loop long enough too, where if I need to, I can put my cable loop around and it'll hold that safety up. All right, 330 is ready to go on this H stand. We're going to slide it down. Actually going to move it around like this a little bit. There we go. All right. 330 is on the H stand and ready to rock. Okay. I'm going to pull it down here for a minute and get the wire that I shoved in the beaver lodge right here. And shaboozy. We got her, you guys. There we go. Cable's here. I'm just going to put my foot back here. This was a good run. So it's not like the bottom was all kind of weird and whatnot. So I'm going to put this trap right back down dead center here. It was a good set. There we go. Yeah. There we go, you guys. All right. So, and like I said, initially when I got here, I thought the beaver on that trap right there was going to be the big one, but it is not, or it was not. There we go. 2-year-old in a blanket, or also an extra large in a blanket. And I can say this by, I can stretch the tail out here a little bit for you guys, but you can see the nose on the big one's a little past this one, and this big one here is probably 3 inches longer, bigger tail, bigger everything. Go big or go home, baby. Looking around the lodge here, like I can see a couple spots where I'm pretty sure I stepped yesterday, and there's fresh tracks in mud there this morning, which means if I got both these beaver coming out, they could not have done that work. That means there's more beavers here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, double getting some beaver out of the lake here, so stay tuned, you guys. Peace. What up? We're back today at the Beaver Lodge. Caught 2 beaver here yesterday. Really big one and like an extra large, roughly. And I don't see either of my H stands right now. Just looking here. They're not standing up where they were anyway. You can see a that one just sprung. It's kind of suspect looking. Oh, there's a nice beaver in that one right there. Okay. That sprung one is kind of suspect looking, if you ask me. That's like a 2-year-old right there. Well, we'll pull this guy out of the trap for you guys, and we'll go look at that other trap. There should have been a beaver floating in that one, unless it, for some reason, hit the trap not quite square, I guess. But that don't seem quite, I don't know. Doesn't seem normal. I feel like there should have been a beaver in that one over there. I caught this beaver coming in, so coming in from the other run, maybe, you guys. Let's see here. You guys can see this. I'm going to stick my wire in the mud right there again. Kind of hoping I wouldn't have to jump way in this run to take this beaver out and reset it. So that's what we're going to try not to do. But there we go. You guys can see this beaver here. It's like an extra large, about the size of the smaller one we caught yesterday. Like I said, certainly not a young one. So these beaver are definitely, you know, whether they moved in from another colony somewhere, this is a larger family. There's got to be another big one in here somewhere, I'm going to assume. Like I said, this other trap over here, I don't see a beaver on the bottom over there. But, I mean, who knows, right? Hopefully you guys can see this. Traps right there. Beavers right there. Been out deer hunting today, and you got to have blaze orange on when you're trapping during deer season. In case anybody's wondering about my blaze orange I got on. I'm shooting another video right now where I explain the same thing. Oh, the beaver started rolling down the beaver lodge, you guys. I thought it was like running or something. I thought something was happening that wasn't normal. Anyway, kind of wild. Okay. Oh. Put that back down there on the trap. Get that up in the air. Now, I just put, okay. Like I just put this piece of wire in here, you guys. It's still there. Don't worry. I just smushed it into the lodge a little bit. Twist this shut. There we go. Once again, we're going to put this right into the center of this run. I mean, it worked twice now. There we go. All right, you guys. Use that stick to stabilize it there a little bit. Oh. One beaver, and then here's the other trap. Like I said, I don't like it. I don't see a beaver floating down there. All I see is a trap on the bottom. Come on now. Here we go. Okay. Unless there's a beaver like just like frumped into the mud or something. Don't like it. Doesn't look good. Huh. Well, you guys, I can tell you that that's not good. Okay? Because if you catch a beaver in a trap, or if you just pinch a beaver's nose in a trap, or a foot, or I should say a foot or a tail or something, in a H-stand like this, they are going to pull the H-stand out of the water, flip around a couple times, and they're going to disappear. And then the chances of you getting them in an H-stand or in the 330 again is slim to none. So there's a good chance we won't be catching this beaver again in this particular set. Like I said, I could maybe put in some footholds or something here, but whoa, barking spiders. But I do not have time for that currently. Maybe after we get some ice or something, or not ice or something, I might come back with snares, so I could snare these beaver too under the ice. Gosh, this table is actually a little wound up too, like it flipped around a little bit. This leads me to believe a couple things, possibilities. You know, the one thing about these regular 330s, you know, and not the like the Belial or the new Duke like Magnum, they don't close to 100%. The jaws do not. Okay, if they were to, that beaver most likely would have been sitting here. I would have had it by a foot, you know, or a back leg. I've caught plenty of them by feet and back legs in traps. Ugh. Yeah, there's something. Definitely had something in here. It wasn't a muskrat. So most likely lost a nice beaver, and we won't be seeing him back here again anytime soon. But we will persevere, and we will trap on, because that's what we do. And every beaver we get out of here is one less beaver. It's going to pester the people on the lake. They've been having problems with these beaver for quite a while. And I'm not charging or anything, you know. Like I said, this is my cousin's house, so this isn't like a nuisance job or nothing. I'm just doing her a favor and helping her out. There we go. Okay, well, let's try this again, shall we? So kind of sad that we missed that beaver. Darn it. Ah. All right, you guys. Well, like I said, that's one more big beaver out of here. You know, I'm really surprised that I haven't caught any like from this year or last year, because normally that's what you get first. Not saying we're not going to get any yet, but anyway, traps reset. Another beaver down. Beaver number 3. We will see you guys at the next check. Stay tuned. What up? We're back. And this Velcro is still a bad idea. I was a deer hunting this morning, seen a few deer, didn't get a shot at anything. I did see a yearling that I could have shot pretty easy, but I did not want to do that. I'm kind of hoping for maybe a nice buck or a big doe. So I did shoot a nice doe last night with my pew pew stick. That was pretty cool. But I was, I didn't know what was left in here for beaver, so I drove by on the road on the other side to try to look to see what I could see. But I see my 8 stands, and my binoculars are not that good. But I couldn't tell. I mean, it looked like my 8 stands were missing. So, and it looks like one of them is missing. Well, not even missing. It's just tipped sideways down here. I don't like the looks of that, you guys. That happened yesterday. Remember? Oh, let's take a little gander down here, shall we? All right, well, you guys, we got a beaver. Got a small beaver, it looks like. So there are some small beaver in here, apparently. Oh, and yes, if you didn't notice, we got ice. I think it's 16 degrees out right now, somewhere's around there. Set that little piece of metal down there. Yeah, that's a small beaver. There's probably going to be more of these in here somewhere. The other one doesn't look, the other H stand doesn't look like it's disturbed, but little fella coming into the lodge, I'm not sure how he got out, because these are the only 2 runs going into the lodge itself. Gosh, come on. There we go. Oofda. Almost lost the old wireless microphone here. There we go. We don't want to do that. That's bad. Real bad. But, yeah. That's a good sign. So, I'm guessing some more beaver moved in here from last year, because, like, for there to be a whole new colony in here, big ones, 2-year-olds, that, I mean, kind of crazy to me. Like I said, because I caught so many out of here last year, I don't even know how it's possible for that to conspire. But there we go. Little guy. Didn't make her. It's good though. Got to get all the beavers. No beaver left behind. Hashtag. Actually, the hashtag goes first, but you know what I'm saying. Now, cold today, cold yesterday, cold tomorrow, cold last night. I think tomorrow's high is like 33, and it'll be cold again tomorrow night. In the middle of the week is supposed to be 40s and 50s, so warm again. Lows, I think, right around 30 though, or high 20s, so it's not like it's getting too warm out in the night at the evening time anyway. Definitely cold enough to hang a deer outside if you guys want to do. my deer in the back of my truck last night froze. I had to take it to get tested for the WCD. You know what I'm saying? That's code word for, you know. So, where's my wire at? My wire's right here. You know, these H stands are growing on me, you guys. Only for open water, though. Do not like them still for the under ice stuff. Too much work getting the beaver out of that hole. Okay. There we go. Got that trap reset. I got a feeling that this one over here is sprung or something. I don't know. It's not like laying sideways, but it's not just, you know, it's not just, I don't know, looks suspect. Looks suspect to me. Because it's not, I don't know, maybe it's just me. See it right there? We're going to just dip down here and break the ice and just look. I wouldn't be surprised if it was sprung. There's muskrats around here too that spring these traps. No? Huh? Still set right dead center where it's supposed to be, you guys. So well, you guys, there's one more beaver, a small one. And there are no more runs coming out of this lodge. Like open water, I went all the way around this thing, and there is none. You know, I will say the one possibility is that shoreline over there. Years ago, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I trapped this beaver lodge. I wish I had pictures. I trapped this beaver lodge with my dad back in 92, 93, 94, right around there. There used to be a big tree sticking out of the water here. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, I trapped this beaver lodge back in the 90s with my dad, and I do remember along that shoreline somewhere, there was a couple bank ends underneath some trees. I mean, there could be something under here, but the shoreline is so flat with the water that there's really no, you know, nowhere for them to burrow up in there anywhere. But or maybe they came from, you know, maybe they were just staying in the bog somewhere. I don't know. But definitely got both the entrances to the beaver lodge covered. So I might have got that one coming back in from going wherever he was at. But anyway, sorry. Don't mean to keep talking. Got another beaver. Not a big one, but it's another beaver out of this lake. So these people do not have the beavers chewing down the trees. Stay tuned. We'll do another check or two on this. I'll probably check it tomorrow. And if there's nothing in either of the traps, I'll give it 2 days and then I'll say sayonara. Or maybe I won't check tomorrow at all and I'll come back in 2 days. Either way, stay tuned. Well, you guys, we're back. Gonna pull these traps on this lodge today. I think we've gotten, what have we gotten up here? I gotta do the math here, but I'm pretty sure we got 3 big beaver, a really big beaver, 2 like 2-year-olds, and a small one. If memory serves me correctly. So, we're gonna pull these traps today. Maybe come back when we got some ice to walk on. Try to snare them through the ice maybe, if there's any left in here. Well, like I said, we haven't checked today yet, but it'd be nice to get another beaver or 2. Looks like, ooh. No, looks kind of, I don't want to just say not good, but traps have sat for 2 days now. Didn't check them yesterday. And that does not go into the lodge. I don't see any broken ice around here. See, there's a run right there. It doesn't look like they're getting around it. Huh. I don't know, you guys. It doesn't make sense. 1 like medium beaver, 2 extra larges, and a big blanket out of here. And I did have a sprung trap that had something in it. So I said, I don't know if there's some bank ends across there they're using. Once we get 3 or 4 inches of ice, I'll come back here, see what we have for activity along these bubble trails. But yeah, well, got rid of some beaver for you, Sarah. I wasn't sure how many beaver were in here, but we took a few out of here, so pretty happy. Got a little bit of everything coming, you guys. I'm slowly getting back into the groove here. Trapping videos. You guys seen my raccoon trapping video? I got some ice fishing stuff coming up. It's that transition period where you never know what's going to happen. So anyway, hope you guys are enjoying some more of my trapping stuff. Live life to the fullest. Thanks for watching. Peace.